everything stays peaceful. And of course, we will be covering and keeping a close eye on both pro and anti-Trump events that are happening today. Now let's get some political insight. Joining me this morning is KIMT News 3 political analyst Dr. Eric Shoars. So first of all, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Good to be here.
And let's just cut to the chase. So his visit today, it's a big deal. No matter what side you stand on, the president is going to be in Rochester.
Anytime the president comes to town, it is a huge deal. But for him, it's especially a big deal given what's going on in Washington and what the stakes are for the Republicans to try to maintain control of Congress and the Democrats trying to take back one or both houses of Congress.
Yeah, and the other thing too is Judge Kavanaugh, the Supreme Court.
We can talk about this again later in depth, but this is where it comes down to in this midterm election is the future of the Supreme Court. Right. And the Democrats are very afraid of what the prospects of more retirements, because you look at two of the justices, Ginsburg and Breyer, at 85 and 80, are liberal judges. Donald Trump could potentially appoint another judge or nominate another judge, and then if he's reelected, we could have a 7-2 conservative court. And that frightens Democrats, and they've looked down the road, and that, for them, is why this is so important and why Trump is here, is because the first district is important to him if the Republicans are going to maintain control of the House.
Right, and the first district, that of course is for a Republican who's trying to get that seat. That's Jim Hagedorn, his third time running for this, and he's hoping to get that boost.
And Hagedorn's had trouble getting traction for whatever reason. Trump won this district by 30 points 2 years ago. Hagedorn lost to Tim Walz by 2 points. So he's got to try and get as much benefit from Donald Trump's coattails as he can, because it's not a given that he's going to win this race, given what we saw 2 years ago.
Right. So do you think that with the president's presence here today, that'll help him out a bit?
Absolutely, I do. If you look at the latest pollings, the Republicans nationwide have closed the enthusiasm gap. In July, the Democrats were up 10. Now they're up 2. And I think what we've seen with what's happened in Washington with the Kavanaugh nomination hearings and such, that's got a lot of people paying attention, mobilized, passionate, and with Trump coming here to the first district to try to get Hagedorn over the hump, if you will, to get elected, that's going to be a very big deal, and you'll see a lot of the Republicans with a lot of passion, where in most midterm elections you don't really see this level of passion because there's nothing unifying like a presidential election. There's something unifying this midterm.
Right. Well, thank you very much for your insight this morning. Don't go anywhere. We're going to see you in about another half hour as Daybreak continues. But now let's get a look at the forecast with KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologist John Rivas. John.